Today I'm going to share with you 10 of the most important things and practical lessons that I have learned about money. Like it or not, money plays a major role in our lives. It determines where we live, what we drive, what food we eat, even down to how we raise our children. Hi, my name is Josh and I make videos on ways to save, make money, and all things about your finances. So if you care about your money, go ahead and click that red subscribe button until it turns gray, and that way you don't miss anything. The first thing that I wish I would have known then that I know now is that the bank is not my friend. Growing up, I remember walking into the bank and the tellers would know my name. They could have talked me into signing anything just because I felt like they were my friends. That's how I got my first credit card. So whenever I meet a banker, I realize and remember that they're not my friend. They are unlikely to be putting my interests or your interests first. The bank's sole purpose for existence is to make money off of me and to make money off of you. And they're not there to be your friend. Yeah, I get it. They will have great conversation. I mean, I had some really good conversations with bankers, but don't be fooled, because debt is the most profitable business of a bank. It is the core business of a bank, and it is very lucrative at that. Whenever they're having these great conversations with you, they're only talking to you to see if you would be right for a certain product or a certain loan. The banks will only see you as a dollar sign. And I wish I would have known earlier that money is for life and life is not for money. So what do I mean by that? Oftentimes we focus so much attention on money that we forget that it's just a tool. What I'm saying is money is important, but its only meaning is to enrich our lives, to help us live, to help us flourish, and to help other people out. Money becomes pointless whenever it dominates our lives. I have met people before that they feel that whenever someone has too much money or that any rich person they meet is somehow evil. But it's not having the money, but it's the love of money that is the root of all evil. This brick is serving as a tool. This brick can be made to do evil or it can be made to do good. This brick can be used to build a hospital, a school, a home. However, the same brick can be used to break in a car or to break in a store to invade it. Remember that money is a tool the same way that this brick is. So just because you have money, that doesn't mean that you are evil, but it's what you do with your money that makes the difference. So another thing that I wish I would have known is that the 9 to 5 is not your ticket to freedom. When I was growing up, I was taught and believed that I had to go to school, get good grades, and that way I could get a good job. But if the COVID-19 pandemic has taught us one thing, it is that the 9 to 5 job is not as stable as it used to be. When you are going to that 9 to 5, you are not really enriching yourself. You are going there to make someone else wealthier. So I wish I would have learned at an earlier age to diversify my income. Diversifying your income can help provide stability and also a hedge of protection around you financially in case if you experience a job loss, layoffs, illness, disability, or even work at a job where they discriminate against you. It is never wise or ever a good thing to put all of your financial eggs in one basket, regardless of how safe that your job may seem. So pick up some side hustles, find something else that you can do as well to add to that nest egg. I wish I was taught earlier that you don't need a lot of money to invest. When I was younger, I believed that investing in mutual funds and stocks was something for rich people. But then I later found out that investing is one of the reasons that many of those people were considered rich. By deciding not to dine out at a restaurant a few nights a month could save you more than $100 a month. But whenever you save that $100 a month, don't go out and buy something else with it. Take that money and invest it into a conservative mutual fund, even if it's at 6%. At $100 a month, between the ages of 21 and 71, you will have nearly $360,000. And that's just putting away $100 a month or $25 a week. We're talking about piece of money here. And if you decide to take it up a step and invest $100 a week, you will be closer to $1.8 million. And honestly, that's something that I wish I would have known when I was younger, because compounding interest is a powerful tool. And debt is the worst. Debt sucks, it stinks, stay away from it. That's one thing I really wish I would have known. When I carried so much debt, it felt like I was working just to pay off my debts. I had no money to spend on my family or me. Every dollar that came in, it went right back out with someone else's name on it. My debt payments were to the point that I was paying right at $1,700 a month. It was a great awakening for me whenever I start daydreaming and thinking about what else I could be doing with $1,700 a month. And you have some people out there who will argue,
well, there's good debt and bad debt.
Well, that's not my philosophy. Debt is debt. The borrower is slave to lender. By classifying debt as good debt and bad debt, I see that as a way that people are justifying why it's okay to go in debt, because you are still paying outrageous interest fees. I mean, who really gets excited when a $1,900 mortgage statement comes in the mail? And if debt is really that good, why do people get so excited whenever they pay off that land, pay off that house? Just saying. And just say no. Saying no to things that you really don't want to do is a learned practice of self-care, especially when it comes to my money. I buy so many things that I really didn't want to, but I was afraid to say no. Or I felt a certain pressure to buy a certain product because I didn't want the salesperson and people around me to feel that I couldn't afford the item. And in reality, I couldn't. Once I started saying no, not only to others, but to myself, that's whenever I began feeling happier with my purchases. I have said yes to so many things that I did not really originally want to buy, and it cost me over $100,000, and that's not including interest. Today, if I think I should do something, many times I don't. I don't buy anything until I want it. And I don't go based off of what other people should think or feel, because they are only looking at me through their lenses, especially whenever I'm the one that's suffering at the end because of that particular purchase. And I wish I would have known how horrible credit cards are. The most obvious reason that many people stay broke is because they are in too much debt. It is hard to build wealth when every dollar that's coming in is on a revolving door. Credit cards are the worst. Credit cards will make it possible for people to outspend their earnings. Credit card debt is dumb and it should be avoided at all costs because of its high interest rates and the low minimum payments. And the fact is that many people are using their credit cards and they are not even buying appreciating assets. A credit card with a 20% interest rate can turn a $10,000 debt into nearly $25,000, $26,000, and that's just within 5 years. And that is without penalties and fees. And I wish I also would have known about saving money. This idea can seem so simple, but I found out that most people just don't do it. Learning to save money is an essential habit that you need to gain financial fitness, and that way it will help you move closer to your goal and find financial freedom. Saving money can help you pay for large purchases, avoid debt, reduce your financial stress, leave a financial legacy, and provide you with a greater sense of financial freedom. And I wish I would have known more about grants and scholarships and how to find them. After leaving college, I left with more than $40,000 in student loan debt. And that was after receiving academic scholarships and music scholarships. Plus, I paid between $500 and $700 a month in cash to be there as well. I wish I would have been educated about how to find those grants and scholarships. It is bad practice at the banks that they will actually loan a large amount of money like that to an 18-year-old that has no collateral. According to Making the Case, across America, more than 40 million people collectively carry more than $1.5 trillion in student loan debt. So what are some of the things that you wish that you would have known earlier about money? Comment below. Check out more videos right over there on ways that you can save, make money, and all things about your finances. And I will see you in the next video.